Alafia. It's Philip John Neimark, and I'm here with one more iteration of the weekly iFASCOPE. For those of you who are not familiar, the weekly iFASCOPE is an up-close, in-depth look at the activities and the impact that all of the changes in your life are going to have in the upcoming months. It doesn't really matter whether you're going to have a new child or a new boyfriend. It doesn't really matter whether you're going to have, a raise or whether you're going to look for a job. All that matters is that the way you handle them, the way you represent and go out and deal with your particular matrix, with your particular experience, is going to have all the difference in the world. And after thousands of years and millions, of people doing this and Orumunila observing all of this, Orumunila has developed a answer where that which is most appropriate, most powerful, and will do you the most good is located. I mean, all of us have knee-jerk, responses. We all have things we are comfortable doing. I mean, sometimes we're comfortable, shying away from something. Sometimes we're going to go raise hell, with things. And at times, those things may be correct. But here is a specificity for those events which have occurred for each and every one of us, and to give us that energy with which we can get the greatest possible results. I think it's worth doing. Second of all is as the days drift on here, and we get closer to 2015. This being the second to last reading for November 2014, and then we go into the final month of the year. So we have really 5 readings until we get to that new reading for the year. And that new reading for the year is going to give us direction, understanding, hope for the future. I'm going to be performing it in the upcoming weeks, and we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it together, and it'll be posted on our site, and take advantage of it. Okay. This week we have slipped a little bit into EB. Instead of being here for being array, we have slipped off the pedestal a little bit, and we're around here for being EB. There's no big deal if we understand why, and if we correct it, and if we do the above. But it is a big deal if we don't do any of those 3 things. So the energy was Obara OB, a very strong, Odu. Obara being an assertive Odu. If you're for instance, if you're a Babalawo or an Ife, it says go for what you want. Make sure you get what's gonna you deserve and have coming to you, and don't settle for less. And on the other side, it's, hey, look, there's all these opportunities coming our way. They're all streaming towards us. And rather than, pick that which is enticing or exciting, it's up to us to pick that which is, long-term in, the proper ways that brings us the happiness for our family, for those we love, for the community, for the planet, and which we can say honestly, hey, you know, I'm looking back at 5 and 10 years, and that was the right thing to do. Believe me, that's what you want to do. Unfortunately, the Odu comes EB, and it's with the Wario food, and that is, you know, a big boom, ring the, you know, the bell and say, hey, pay attention, because on the physical side, on the temporal side, the worry says you have got to think through more carefully those things being offered to you, and those things coming by you, you know, and flashing through the, you know, ionosphere, as it were, and taking advantage of them. It appears that, you know, you're taking advantage of those things which are perhaps more enticing or perhaps more exciting, but that's not, you know, how you successfully navigate this path. On the other side, even more unfortunate, it's Ofun. Ofun is about everybody using what we call Etho wisdom and knowledge to make the right decisions. It's not that which we are told we should be doing. It's not that which, you know, is the, quote, accepted right thing to do. It's that which we know here is correct. We've seen through life experience here that decision that we make will be correct. So these are two very, very important things, you know, to work with and to straighten out. To pause, take a deep breath, and say, let me think about this a little bit more on both sides of the equation. Otherwise, it's going to affect our victory. And victory is, you know, strange component in a sense, because it suggests that there is some kind of a conflict, there is some kind of a blockage, there's some kind of a, you know, a disparate energy which is keeping us from being successful, which is keeping us from having loving relationships and or being good at the office, or on and on and on. And we need to get rid of that so that we can really be victorious and not slip into, as I say, this EB, which can carry us downward. The Ibo to do that is Ogun. Kind of a, you know, I go, ooh, but that happens because Ogun is about being tough. It's about having a tough, you know, attitude and keeping your word. Excuse me, and going forward and doing these things, showing Orumila and showing the world that you can indeed shift to longer term thinking and to that which is most important. You can do that by placing Ogun, or that which suffices for Ogun, in front of you. Add some pepe, that's whole peppercorns, and pray, and excuse me, and you always want to put the glass of water in the white tea candle or the white candle, and pray to Ogun to give you the strength and the courage, because it may well take courage to have the right kinds of behavior and understanding of this situation. It'll all work out all right in that case. Until next week, love and blessings.